If you want to get ahead with your finances in 2026, this video is for you. Welcome back to this platform. My name is Marjorie Nantambi, your personal finance and growth coach. In this video, we are talking everything money. If you want to take your finances to the next level in 2026, you need to do some things different, because like they say, it is insanity to do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. Now in 2026, this is the time we are actually implementing. One of the things you need to start with, and we've talked about this on this channel before, is have a money vision. Why we are still kept into the small monies, it's because we are limiting our mind to only the little money. Check your circle. How much are you actually talking about in your spaces? I remember when I started out in the business, I ran a company, Unravel Coaching and Consultancy, and I learned about how getting into rooms where people are talking big monies can actually help you attract big monies to yourself and to your business. If you're around a space and when people say, oh, this week I hit $1 million, I got 2 million Uganda shillings, or I made 3 million, 5 million, 10 million, the person who gets 10 million is like the king of the circle, or even it could be as low as 1 million, then that's exactly who you're going to become. The person that earns $1 million. But you need to challenge yourself. On this journey for business, I joined BNI. I think I've mentioned that here before. And I got into a space, people are closing 50 million per month, 100 million per week. That is per week. 100 million per week, 200 million. I'm like, Majo, wake up. We need to make money. So get into spaces that are going to challenge you to dream bigger about money. That you be in spaces and someone will say they have 100 million on them and they're still working normally. Some of you, small 5 million, you change your working style, right? So get into a space that is going to help you get your financial thermostat a little bit up. What is a thermostat? This is, you know how we have a thermometer to measure temperature? We also have a thermostat that regulates that temperature. And I read that in a book called Straightforward Financial Growth by Moses Mukisa. He is a Ugandan, the lead pastor at Worship Harvest. So he shares about a financial thermostat. So how will you change that cup? I remember when I finished school and got my first job, they asked me, how much do you want to earn? I asked around, they said, okay, you've just graduated, put 500,000. So I put 500,000. In my head, if I got 500K, I had made it in life, because that was the level at which I was at. And that was my first job, 500K. So I had to get to the next level, get into spaces where you can get 5 million an hour. Yes, now I get that money, whether it's a training or team building, or maybe I'm giving a talk and I can make that money in a day, half day, or maybe an hour. So that was me raising my thermostat, but it required me to get into a different environment, get into a space where people are speaking big monies. In that way, first of all, in your mind, you'll get used to that money and you'll start attracting that money. Number two, implement the things that you're learning. On this channel, we've talked before about get, guard, grow, the 3 G's of money. You already know when we talk about getting money, those are income streams. So ask yourself, how am I getting the money in? That is one. Different income streams. If you have a job, ask yourself, how else can I make money? What are my passions that I can monetize? What skill do I have that I can monetize? Okay, what different things can I do to help me make more money? And then guard the money. Plan your money. Give your money direction, because if you do not give your money direction, guess what? It will find where to go anyway. So be the one that tells it, you know what? When this money comes, it is going to do A, B, C, D. And that can be done through budgeting. Because when you budget, you say, okay, this is the money for food, this is money for utilities, this is the money that I'm saving, this is the percentage that I'm investing. And I usually tell people, have the percentage that you're going to save, whether it's at 20%, at 10%, such that when you put aside that 20%, then you eat the rest of your money guilt-free, okay? So learn to implement the things that you are studying on this journey, then the next thing that you have to do is get out of your comfort zone. I had to say it. One of the things that is keeping us broke is we are too comfortable. You have that job and you feel like, yeah, I made it in life. A job is one of the income streams, like we've mentioned. Get out of your comfort zone. Do something. What are you doing over the weekend? Do not sleep the entire weekend. Yes, rest is important, but make sure you're using your time to make some money. You have your 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 or 8 to 5, whatever it is. What are you doing with the rest of the hours? And it's okay to go out, have a good time, but then ask yourself, can I invest 2 hours into my skill, into mastering my skill? Right now, we're in the age of social media. What are you using your social media for? You know, when you open these platforms, especially Facebook, you'll see news feed. Why? You're feeding your mind. So ask yourself, what am I feeding my mind on? Yes, go on TikTok, see people dancing, try a few challenges here and there, but then after ask yourself, who can I follow on TikTok or on YouTube or on podcasts that I can learn from that will help me get to the next level? So what we are going to do, we have the Personal Finance Mastermind Season 3 coming up. So if you're ready and excited, drop Mastermind in the comment section and I'll see you in the free masterclass. We're going to be talking everything money, practical tips that have helped me on the journey that I know if you implement, you'll definitely get to the next level in your finances. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell button such that you do not miss anything that we share. Remember, we are growing together on this journey. See you. Bye.